That woman who sentenced me, that's Kamala's administration. This is what Kamala has been doing the whole time. These women, they don't care about America first. They'll tarnish their name, tarnish their character.
This woman, all she did was pray in front of a abortion clinic, and she's getting 3 years. It's ridiculous.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's good to see you today on the Speak and See Show. Please like, subscribe, and click that notification button so when we get information out, you can get information in. Trump has won. Trump won the election. And with all the, joy and celebrations that are happening throughout America, I know that when his name was called, a lot of things went through the minds of Americans. One of the first things that went through my mind, and I believe the mind of many Americans, was Bevelyn Williams is getting out. Bevelyn Williams is going to be pardoned. And I do believe, and this is why I'm making this call to you all, to America. One of the first things the president needs to do is, they could probably even be getting the legal team ready now, get with her attorney and get these paperwork signed to pardon Bevelyn Williams. For those who don't know, she was sentenced to 3.5 years, 41 months for unlawful assembly outside of an abortion clinic. And I don't believe that that's the reason why she was sentenced that way. I believe it's because the DOJ, the Biden-Harris administration, of their far left, saw a woman of color with power, with strength and authority, and who was going against the establishment of the Democrat Party. I don't know for 100% that that's the reason why, but it was the same system, the DOJ, that were going after Trump. I'm going to show you a couple clips here. If we can get to them. Go ahead and roll the first one.
BLM people out here burning down cities and didn't even get 3 years. This woman, all she did was pray in front of a abortion clinic, and she's getting 3 years. It's ridiculous.
Away from her family.
Oh, this just goes to show y'all how much y'all vote is so important. Y'all have to vote. Y'all cannot let Kamala get in. That's Kamala's administration. That woman who sentenced me, that's Kamala's administration. This is what Kamala has been doing the whole time. Before she ever became, as soon as she touched foot as an AG in San Fran, she was putting people under the jail. She gets a joy out of that. She don't care about you being separate from your family. She don't care about none of that. This is the epitome of Jezebel. This is a feminist movement. And now you're watching the vibe between women and men, because you're starting to see, like, these women, they don't care about America first. These women, they get this power and they operate from emotion, and they don't care about America. They don't care about nothing. They don't care about a person's life. They'll accuse a guy of rape in a second for a check. They'll tarnish their name, tarnish their character. We've allowed these women in power to become out of control. And any woman who is a leader that is not power pressed will understand exactly what I'm saying, because not every woman is like this.
She put out that video shortly, a day before, 2 days before her husband was having to drop her off to turn herself in. There are a lot of people out there who do not believe that she was actually the reason why they took her and threw her in there under the FACE Act. Was one, of course, to pump up the stats on the FACE Act and to show their strength and their power behind this act that they've put out, which I think needs to be repealed. But we'll get into that later. But the main reason why I believe that she was thrown in there, as many do, was because of her outspokenness against the Democrat Party. And I'll show you this video that it went viral. And I believe this was probably the main reason they attacked her. Go ahead and play it.
They say I'm an Uncle Tom. I'm an Uncle Tom. That's true. I am an Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom was a man of God. But let me tell you something. A black liberal ain't nothing but a house Negro. I said it. Drop the bomb. Boom. A black liberal ain't nothing but a house Negro. Y'all so pressed to keep that welfare. Y'all so pressed to stay in Master's house. Y'all so pressed for Master to swear up and down that Black Lives Matter and that y'all need Master and Master need y'all. Baby, I'm not on the field grinding for mine. I don't need nothing from nobody. I got Jesus. Black liberal is nothing but a house Negro. I said it and I meant it. Al Sharpton, all of them. Those are overseers of all the house Negroes. They manage them. They keep them intact. This is what Al Sharpton and Jesse Jackson do. They manage all these house Negroes. They find new ways to keep them on board. They find new ways to keep them enticed. They build new incentives. LeBron James, house Negro. Stephen Curry, he turning into a house Negro. Snoop Dogg, super house Negro. These are nothing but house Negroes. Let's call a spade a spade. I'm an Uncle Tom, because I'm a woman of God. I'm an Auntie Tamisha, because I'm definitely serving the Lord. I don't got nothing to do with none of that. I don't need to be voting in this and voting in that and putting in a president who's telling me if I don't vote for him, I ain't black. I'm calling a spade, and I don't care who don't like it. I really don't. If you can call yourself a Christian and you white, I don't care what color that person is. You have no right to withhold the truth from them. And if you do, you're selfish. You want to make an exception for them. You are doing a disjustice to black people when you do that. And I'm letting you know that to your face. White liberals, stop it. We are not your pawns. We are not a charity.
And that right there is the reason why you're seeing her behind bars. Strong black woman, Republican, who believes in family values, traditional family values. Throw her in prison. If she wasn't strong, if she didn't have a voice or didn't make her voice known, and if she didn't say the name of Jesus over the name of government, that was, whoa, watch out. Watch out. Anybody who wants to say that name, be careful, because they'll come after you. Proven that that's what the Biden-Harris administration was doing. And she's not the only one. There's a few more that we're going to have to touch base on later. But right now, this is about Bevelyn Williams and her husband and her children. They need her home. They need her home soon, fast. So we need to get this out. And do we have that other clip? The one with the man explaining it, the attorney and her friend. Yeah. Can we roll that one?
3.5 years in prison. She's being pulled away from her 2 young children and her husband right now. It's horrifying to watch as somebody who knows her. But what's your take on all of this? Because again, they're targeting a woman, and it took them 2 years after the protests even took place. It was when Roe, the decision by the Supreme Court, came down. That's when the DOJ launched this investigation into Bev. So it's clear that it's politically motivated, but 3.5 years in prison. Mike, what's your reaction to this?
This is absolutely outrageous. This is on Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, and Lisa Monaco, the Deputy Attorney General, and most particularly Kristen Clark, the Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights. They have politicized and weaponized the Federal FACE Act to go after pro-life Christians and persecute them, whether it's this black woman who's going to prison for 3.5 years. I thought the Biden-Kamala Justice Department didn't want to persecute black people unless, of course, they're pro-life Christians. They put a 75-year-old Christian in prison under the FACE Act. They put a priest in prison under the FACE Act while they give amnesty to these abortion industry activists from Planned Parenthood and trans terrorists who are terrorizing Catholic churches and crisis pregnancy centers. There must be an investigation about this weaponization of the FACE Act the day that President Trump is back in office.
And I believe that, like so many other Americans out there, that they need to get this woman out. They need to do something about that FACE Act. And they need to check the stats on that to see who else the Biden-Harris administration has incarcerated due to this crazy administration's push for power. So President Trump, congratulations. Congratulations, sir. Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, we hear all the big names that are behind your presidency. I'm sure there was a lot of help. There was a lot of help from a lot of big names. But there was even more help from names that just don't go over the family table during dinner at night. One of them is Bevelyn Williams. There were a lot of podcasters out there, too, that I would just like to give a shout out to. LFR, Doc Rich. There's just a lot of YouTubers out there and content creators who are responsible for this. It wasn't just Joe Rogan. There was a push to get him onto Rogan. There was a push to get bigger media outlets to promote President Trump, and even for Elon Musk, it was the base. It wasn't just the big wigs. It was the base, and a lot of minorities, Latinos and blacks and Asians, and those votes that normally don't go to Republicans, this year went to Republicans for a reason. And we can give all the credit to God, first of all and foremost. In the name of Jesus and the prayers that went out there, the Lord has opened up the heavens. And he got President Trump elected again. And I do believe that this call should be a very large voice of America being heard. Free Bevelyn Williams. Have a blessed day, guys. We'll see you on the next one.